Good afternoon, everyone. I am making this video for all y'all people that enjoy a bit of spice and flavor in y'all's lives. Coming from a Latin background, I grew up eating spicy food. There would literally not be a day where I ate without some type of chile. So having said this, for all you picante lovers like me, I am sure that y'all all won't want to make what I am making today by the time I am finished. Even if you can't find what I am making in the store, I believe that everything tastes better if it is homemade. If you're not a person that eats spicy food, then there are alternatives for making things in a less spicy way. You can find different types of recipes on the internet, in a cooking book, or even on the TV on a cooking channel. I have found the recipe I am using today from the Martha Stewart website. I hope y'all learn how to make the pico de gallo that I grew up eating by watching my demonstration on a step-by-step video on how to make pico de gallo. First, I will let y'all know what materials y'all will need. Secondly, I will let y'all know what ingredients to buy from the store or grab for y'all's refrigerators if y'all already have the ingredients. Third, I will let y'all know the actual steps on how to prepare pico de gallo. First, you will need to gather your necessary materials. You will need a cutting board. I am using a big cutting board, but that is because I am one of those people that tend to make a bigger mess. If you're one of those people that don't make a big mess, then you can utilize a smaller cutting board. You will also need a sharp cutting knife. According to Westhoff, the paring knife is the best type of knife for cutting vegetables. The tooth knife, which has small tooth at the end, is recommended to cut tomatoes. It is important that the knife you are utilizing is sharpened, because if it is dull, you will not be able to cut through the vegetables properly. You will also need a bowl. It can be a glass bowl like the one I am using, or it can be plastic. Whatever you can find would be good. The last material I am using will be a spoon. It can be a small spoon, large spoon, medium spoon. It can be plastic or metal like the one I am using. And you can use whichever one because you just need it to mix your ingredients at the end. Secondly, you will need to grab your ingredients from the refrigerator or go to the store if you haven't got the ingredients yet. You will need 3 medium tomatoes diced. The bigger and juicier they are, the better. You will also need 3 serrano peppers, finely chopped, and half of the bunch of cilantro, which is about half a cup. You will also need 2/3 cup of finely chopped onion, which is half of the onion, and you can use red or white. I am using white. And last, you will get salt to season your pico de gallo. You can have pepper also, but that is optional. Now we can begin the actual steps in making the pico de gallo. First, you'll want to start by cutting the tomatoes. You'll want to begin by cutting the tomatoes in half. And then you will get the face that is cut of the tomato down onto the cutting board. And then you'll want to make horizontal lines throughout the tomato, putting them as close together as you can. Make sure you don't cut yourself or anything. And then you'll want to change your cutting style into vertical lines. You'll want to make these lines as close together as you can, making sure that you don't cut yourself. And then you will do the same thing with your second half of the tomato. You will put the cut side down onto the cutting board. You will do the same thing you did with the first one, beginning by horizontal lines. And then you change your cutting style to vertical lines as we did with the first. Then you want to put all the pieces into the bowl. After you're done with your first, you will then want to do the same thing with your second and third tomato. You will begin by cutting it in half. and then you grab the cut side of the tomato and put it face down onto the cutting board. And we begin by making horizontal lines throughout. And then you change it to vertical lines. Then you want to do the same thing with the other half, putting the cut side down onto the cutting board and make horizontal lines throughout. And then, as we did before, you change it to vertical lines, making sure the lines are as close as possible. And then you put the pieces you have done into the bowl, making sure you get all the juice from the board into the bowl. Now that we're done cutting the tomatoes, we will start by cutting the serrano peppers. I have previously cut 2 serrano peppers, so I will demonstrate it with one. You will begin by cutting horizontal lines in a 360 motion throughout it, and then you would do vertical lines, creating small pieces of serrano pepper. Now that you're done with the serrano pepper, we'll begin by cutting the cilantro. You will get the cilantro in your hand tightly, and then you will cut thin slices throughout. Now that the serrano pepper and the cilantro are done, you'll put it in your bowl. Now that you have the tomato, serrano peppers, and the cilantro, you'll begin by cutting your onion. You will do horizontal lines throughout your onion. And then you will create 2 slices into the onion. And then you get the onion tightly and you do vertical lines. Now that you're done with the onion, you put it in the bowl. Since you have everything in there, you will add salt to season it. It's however much you want. I usually put about a teaspoon. And then you will get your spoon to mix everything together, making sure that everything is well blended. And this is your pico de gallo. According to Susan Allen, all these ingredients you're using are good for your health. They are antioxidant rich, good blood thinners, anti-inflammatory, so it is good to eat pico de gallo. You can eat with this with tostito chips and as an appetizer, on top of tacos, or with any other dish you wish to eat it with. You can make this for a family event or just for you to enjoy yourself. You can never go wrong with the side of pico de gallo to give your food a little bit of flavor. I know that I am going to enjoy this delicious pico de gallo after this video. So sit down, turn on the TV, and get yourself a big bowl of pico de gallo and chips. And I sincerely hope this video was helpful to make pico de gallo.